So the first slide is just a brief of all the 17 goals. Just made a mention of it. So industry, innovation and infrastructure to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. Then reduced inequalities to reduce inequality within and among the countries. So amidst countries also there must be reduced inequalities. Then sustainable cities and communities. Make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, and resilient. Okay. Then, responsible consumption and production to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Then, climate action to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. Life below water, conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. So, life on land, protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, and combat desertification, halt and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. Then, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. The last one, partnerships for the goals. Strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. So once we observe all these 17 goals, what do we realize? It encompasses almost all the aspects of sustainable development. So life below water, life on land, sustainable cities, communities to reduce inequalities, gender equality, clean water, right? So almost it covers all the aspects of sustainability in our day-to-day lives, about education, health, good health for all, and all these things. So here now let us see how India has fared, how India is faring in achieving these goals or targets. That is by 2030, still how far we are in achieving the targets under these goals. So when I take the targets, we know that there are many targets under each goals of sustainable development. But when it comes for comparison, for the sake of measurement and comparison, at the country level, we have selected certain targets and trying to see what is the improvement of the country and the states in achieving those targets, especially those goalposts which are identified within the country for the sake of comparison. Because for many targets, data might not be available for everyone in a common way. So, therefore, certain targets are identified for calculating the these indices to know how far we have reached in achieving the targets that are set under 17 sustainable development goals. Okay, so what we try to see is there is an effort to develop an index for each indicator for states, right, across the states, and overall index for the country, and also overall index for each state. So SDG progress is not about lines on a graph. So it is not that we want to see some steady rise in the numbers and all. It is about healthy mothers and babies, children learning the skills to fulfill their potential, parents who can feed their families. It is about renewable energy and clean air. It is about a world in which everyone enjoys human rights and human dignity. So, how dignified will be the human life and how well the people are living on this planet Earth? That is about sustainable development rather than running behind some numbers is not the goal. That means what we want to see the real developments towards our walk on the way of sustainability. That is what we try to aspire. So, coming to SDG India ranking index 23-24. So, how does states fare? So you can observe, is it visible? ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ numbers? So
Yes,
ಪ್ರತಿ
ma'am.
state
Yes,
ಗೆ,
ma'am.
yeah, you
Visible.
can see Kerala highest value of sustainable index. So ಈ sustainable development index 100 is the highest. ಸೊ 100 ಅನ್ನು ಮೀರಿ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು 100ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಲ್ಸೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇರಳ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಸ್ 79, ಅಂದ್ರೆ STG index state ranking based on the index value for each state. In the coming slides we will see what is the methodology that is adopted anta hele. So here this is in the term of graph. So next is the table alli nodabodu ನೀವು ranking of different states. So Kerala comes first, followed by Uttarakhand, 79 values. They are the highest for any state in the country. So we can see Karnataka's is 74. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಕೇರಳಗೆ, ಟಾಪ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಹತ್ರನೇ. We are almost close to Kerala with 74. So you can see Uttarakhand, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Sikkim, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh with 74. Gujarat also scores 74. Telangana is 73. Maharashtra 72. Haryana 72. Then Mizoram, Tripura, West Bengal 67. Chhattisgarh 66. So least value is for the states, it is Bihar. For Bihar, we have 55. And among union territories, Lakshadweep ranks the least with 45 value on Sustainable Development Index. So Delhi also we can see it is 50. So now coming to performance of Karnataka, 2021 STG index matte versus 23-24. So what is the improvement? Where and all we have achieved success. So we can see performance. So STG 7, affordable and clean energy. We rank 100. 2021 also it was 100. That means we have made maximum achievement. We stand in the category of achiever. So based on the values of STG index, it is categorized as achiever, front runner and performer. So we will see in the coming slides how this value is calculated, how we calculate these index values. Okay. So achiever value around 100 is only for affordable and clean energy for our state. And we are front runner, 65 to 99 index value. Karnataka falls in the category of front runner for all these sustainable goals. That is SDG 1, no poverty. So we can see in 2021, it was 68 and now we have moved to 73. So there is improvement. Good health and well-being from 78 to 80. Right? Clean water, 85 to 90, good improvement. Decent work and economic growth from 66 to 86. So imagine the kind of economic growth that the state is facing. This is for Karnataka only. Okay, from 66 to 86. Then reduced inequalities from 67 to 69, minor changes. Sustainable cities and communities from 78 in 2021 to 85 in 23-24. Responsible consumption and production from 89 to what has happened? Values has decreased from 2021 to 23-24. From 89 it has decreased to 85. Climate action, good change from 62 to 73. Life on land from 67 to 70. Peace, justice and strong institutions from 76 to 81. Now the performer category, the values of STG index, when it is between 50 to 64, it comes under performer category. If it is less than 50 and all, it goes to aspiring state. Okay. Luckily, only 4 indicators, one is missing, that is gender equality. See, Karnataka score is just 51. Okay, that means still we are in aspire level for that particular goal. So only one sustainable development goal, that is in gender and equality, we have to achieve lot more in moving towards equality. So our score is just 51. So zero hunger from 53 to 56 minor. Quality education, very sad. 64 to 63, it has decreased again. Industry innovation and infrastructure from 64 to 62. So though we are doing good in innovation index and all, Karnataka stands one of the top ranking states, but still in sustainable development goal for industry innovation and infrastructure, the values have come down from 64 to 62. Climate action, it is from 62 to it has come to 73. So from performer, it has moved to front runner. So composite score for Karnataka was 72 in 71, and now it is 75. So how are we trying to achieve this goal? What is the model of localization for achieving the targets under sustainable development goals in the country? So the pillar one, there are four pillars. Pillar one is creating institutional ownership. So institutions have to be strengthened. So that is what, even in the sustainable development goal, we have seen how necessary is the availability or existing existence of strong institutions towards reaching these sustainable development goals or achieving sustainability. So pillar one is obviously creating institutional ownership. So Niti Aayog is the anchor institution. Then ministries and map responsibilities for each ministries. So each ministry is going to work and towards the achievement of sustainable development goal. Highest level parliament and assemblies, state assemblies with legislative oversight. Then driving competition through collaborative competition. So if we have to value the quality, competition has to be there. So to bring in the quality, to bring in the sustainability. So tools developed by the Niti Aayog. So whatever we are observing now in this session, the values of SDGs, how states are performing, everything is based on the indices and dashboards created by the Niti Aayog. So it brings in a sense of competition. When states are compared, each state will work towards promoting its SDG index value. So that brings in a comparison and a healthy competition among the states. Each state can see where it stands in each indicator, in each goal post and all, and work accordingly. So at state level, state indicator framework. So the STG India Index, it gives the state indicator framework and what is for the state to do at next stages. District indicator framework, a dashboard, create a dashboard to know at what level each district is standing and the ranking of the district. So towards this, we are seeing that state government is coming up with the development of integrated state development report for integrated district, integrated and sustainable district development reports, ISDDR, for each district, and also along with that even human development reports, so that things can be compared where each district is standing. Then building the capacities. So Niti Aayog support to states in STG adoption, monitoring the progress and the knowledge management. So what is at the state level? Building the capacities till the grassroots level, devolution of the state action towards the achieving sustainable development goals. So at district level, block levels and gram panchayat levels, and even at the urban local bodies level. Then last pillar, adopting whole of the society approach. So now we have to include the whole society. It is four P's: people, public, and private partnership. So everyone has to be involved in this drive towards sustainability. So community-based organizations, think tanks, academia, international organizations, NGOs, grassroots level organization, everyone will be involved in our drive towards sustainable development. So include private sector, that is what I said, 4 Ps: people, private sector, public sector, partnerships. So, and partnerships built by the states. So at state levels also, how state is progressing through involved partnerships from different stakeholders in the society. Now coming to methodology. So I told you, at the country level, we have something called as SDG India Index, Sustainable Development Goals India Index. So how these indices are calculated? Because if it was for general public, might be we could have skipped it. But as students of economics, we should know how these numbers are arrived at. We saw that Karnataka's value has increased from 72 to 75, and in gender inequality is 51, and things like this. So we should know how we have arrived at these values. So taking the actual values for all the indicators, it is normalized. These normalized values are what we call as indices. So the following step was normalization of raw indicator values to arrive at normalized scores. These normalized scores are the index values. The normalization of indicator values to a standard scale of 0 to 100 was required to ensure comparability, as different indicators at different ranges of values and units. So different indicators are measured in different way. So for the sake of comparability, we had to bring it to a standard scale of 0 to 100. So that is what is normalization about, bringing those values to reducing them to 0 to 100. For example, while MMR is per 1 lakh live births, head count ratio is measured as a percentage. So head count ratio in multidimensional poverty. So it is measured as percentage, whereas MMR is for 1 lakh live births. So totally they are different measures. So we have to normalize them so that we can represent them between a number, any number between 0 to 100. So in the normalized range of 0 to 100, 0 indicates the lowest performance and 100 implies that the target has been achieved. So that is the methodology that was followed. So for indicators where higher value means better performance, for example, the proportion of institutional deliveries. So the percentage of institutional deliveries that has happened, the deliveries that have happened at institution. So higher the deliveries in institution, higher is the value. So higher value means better performance. So the following formula was used. X is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
madam. Yes.
So we were
Yes.
okay.
Yes, madam.
So yeah, so we were discussing computation of state duty scores. So based on the normalized scores of each indicator in each state, average of all those indicator values are taken for state, and that is considered as the SDG score for each state or union territory. So if the index score equals 100, then the state is considered as achiever. And even in the indicator level, it is considered as achiever. Then runner, if it is between 65 and 99. Performer, if it is between 50 and 64. And if it is less than 60, it is aspirant. So how has India fared in this path of sustainable development goal based on these indices? So we can see, yeah, in 2008 it was 57, and in 23-24 it has reached 71. So from which category? 57 means from performer, it has reached to front runner category. So what is the target? We should become achiever by 2030. So now coming to the first goal. What is the value of the states? How states have been ranked in goal number 1? No poverty, and then the values of the states and the value of the country. So you can see here, for India, the value is 72. That is no poverty. That is goal number 1 of sustainable development goal. So what is the value of Karnataka? 71. So we are close to almost the country's level of achievement, but still lagging behind. But we can see Tamil Nadu, Telangana, they are all moving towards 100, that is towards achiever. 92, 91, Andhra Pradesh, 86, and all southern part of the country only, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, but we are scoring just 71. So Punjab, Uttarakhand. Then coming to goal 1. What are the goal posts that is considered while calculating the SDG index value for goal number 1? So head count ratio of multidimensional poverty in 2019-21, 14.96. En route to achieving target 1.2, or having multidimensional poverty much before 2030. So we have to reduce, as per the target 1.2 under goal 1, to reduce multidimensional poverty by 50%, half of the what we have the values now. Then 41% households have at least one member covered under an health insurance or health scheme. Then how many? 41% of the households in the country. 99.74% were offered employment of the persons demanding employment under Manrega in 23-24. So 99.74% offered employment who demanded employment under Manrega scheme. Based on Manrega only. Then 95.4% live in Pakka and semi-Pakka houses. 24.82 crore people lifted out of poverty as per Niti Aayog's discussion paper on multidimensional poverty between 2013-14 and 22-23. So between these 10 years, almost 24.82 crore people were lifted out of the poverty. That is, from below the poverty line, they came above the poverty line. So coming to goal 2, SDG 2.
Sorry for the interruption, madam.
Yes.
Navitha, madam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It can be easily visible if you convert it to the what
PPT.
Yeah, PPT. What
Sometimes
presentation mode. ಅದು presentation mode ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು.
Sometimes PPT, because of network problem, it doesn't take sharing. Scroll madak agalla PPT.
Landscape mode, landscape. If you just tilt the phone, probably it will be slightly bigger.
Okay, wait, I'll try it. Yes. Yeah. Is this okay now?
Yes, somewhat good, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Yeah. So coming to zero hunger, that is second goal, sustainable development goal. So we can see value for India is 52. So we are seeing many international reports and all when it comes to malnutrition and hunger index and all, where we rank almost along with the African countries and all, which was quite disturbing. But here also it indicates our index value for zero hunger is, for the country, it is 52. So quite a long way to go in achieving this goal, in reaching towards 100. So what the value for, we can see the ranking of different states based on their values. So Kerala tops with 84, Then Punjab 83, Arunachal Pradesh 81, Sikkim 77, Karnataka 58, Telangana 60, Andhra 73, right? Tamil Nadu 74. So southern part states, I think we rank very poorly, Karnataka. Then West Bengal 56, Himachal Pradesh 51. So even union territories are quite okay here, 84, 83, 80, Delhi, Jammu Kashmir 78. So Dadar and Nagar Haveli has a very poor value. I don't know. It just shows as 22, quite a least value when it comes to zero hunger. Lowest value, I think, for any SDG indices. So coming to goal 2. So what are the goalposts that were considered? So beneficiaries covered under the National Food Security Act between 2013 to 23-24, 99% was the coverage under National Food Security Act. 18.7% women aged between 15 to 49 years have body mass index below 18.5. So below body mass index, below that number is considered as malnutrition, not very well balanced in nutrition. So that is the number where women and girls between 15 to 49, only 18.7%. Still, it is quite a big number. They have body mass index below 18.5. 32.1% children under 5 years are underweight. So again, we can see, as I mentioned before, the malnutrition, hunger index, and when it comes to child nutrition and all, country is faring quite poorly in international reports also. So here also we can observe, even to this date, 32.1% children aged under 5 are underweight. So what is the target value? By 2030, we have to make it 13.3%. Then 35.5% of children aged under 5 years are stunted. So their growth is stunted. So that has to be brought down to 23.7% by 2030. Then 3052.25 kg per hectare, which is 3-year average for produce of rice and wheat. So 0.86 lakhs was the gross value added in agriculture per worker. So these were the goalposts that were considered for SDG goal 2, that is zero hunger. That's why the agricultural production, how much of value addition is happening there through each worker, and what is the kg per hectare yield, that is 3052 of wheat and rice. So how much we are able to provide for our population in terms of food. So here we can see SDG 3, good health and well-being. So here we can see Gujarat tops the list with 90. What is the score of India? Score of India is 77. Maharashtra 84. So Karnataka has a value of 80 here, comparatively better when compared to other goals. So Kerala also, we are value is almost equal to Kerala, 80 and 80. Goa 79. So these are the values. So we can see the least value is 55. Good health and well-being, that is for Puducherry. So now coming to the goalpost, maternal mortality ratio per 1 lakh live births is 97. So still, again, a long way in reducing this MMR. Then 32 children aged under 5 years die for every 1,000 live births. So that is mortality rate for infant mortality rate under 5 years, that is 32%. 32 per 1,000 live births. So for every 1,000 kids that are being born in our country, 32 die before they reach the age of 5. Then 87.13% tuberculosis notified against the target. So trying to eradicate, again, it poses a challenge. 93.23% children aged 9 to 11 months are fully immunized. So that has to be 100% by 2030. 0.05 HIV incidence for 1,000 uninfected population. So HIV incidence is 0.05. Then 70 years life expectancy at birth at present. Then the suicide rate is 12. So deaths due to road traffic accidents and also the suicide rate is 12 per 1 lakh population. I don't know, because we read so many news about suicides and deaths due to a lot of accidents, road accidents on expressways and all. We don't know. Needs to be verified. I think values can be much higher also. We don't know. Then 97.18% of total deliveries reported to happen in health institutions. So institutional deliveries, 97.18%. 13% of monthly per capita out-of-pocket consumption expenditure is on health. So even to this day, out-of-pocket expenditure. So apart from the government, whatever it is spending on health, each families are spending almost 30% of their monthly expenditure on health, health-related expenditures. Then 49 health workers per 10,000 population. So for every 10,000 population in the country, we have quality education. So all of us know that quality education is sustainable. So the value for India, index value for 460. So obviously, again, Kerala ranks first in this indicator, 82, and then Haryana 77, Karnataka 6, almost same as the index value of the country. But we saw that in education, our value has decreased from 2021 to 2022 in country. No doubt that we have to reach the target of 100. So the Nagar in Union Territories, we can see lowest value here is for Bihar with 30. So coming to fifth goal, gender equality is the goal post of fourth goal, that is quality education. So we can see 96.50% adjusted net enrollment rate in elementary education, that is for class 1 to 8. Gross enrollment ratio in higher secondary education comes down to 57.60. That is where we need to increase the index value, increase enrollments at all levels. 12.60% is the average annual dropout rate at secondary level. Class 8 students who have achieved minimum proficiency in language and mathematics, that is 77.23%. Persons with disability 15 years and above who have completed at least secondary education is just 19.3%. So long way to go. We can see still there are dropout rates. Gross enrollment ratio at higher education is 28.4% for 18 to 23 years. Literacy level 76.7 for 8% aged above 15 years. Then gender parity index is 1.01. So the parity between females and males in higher education. So 92.2% trained teachers at secondary level. 18 is the pupil teacher ratio. So for 18 pupil students, there is one teacher. That is what the data says. Then 47.50% of schools with computers. So not even 50%. 88.65% of schools have access to both electricity and drinking water. So as we observe, still there are gaps. So the value for India is 61. Even in our state, the value is 61. So coming to gender equality. So very poor score for the country. Score is 49. So aspirational levels still long way to go. So you can see and northeastern states are doing very good in this gender equality. Nagaland 74, Mizoram 69. So Karnataka 48. So earlier in 2021 it was 51 and it has come down. The value for Karnataka, it has come down from 51 to 48. So very poor scenario when it comes to gender equality in the state. So we can see the least value is in Odisha 39 and in the Union Territories 36 value for Dadra and Nagar Haveli. So goal 5, sex ratio at birth 929 per 1000 births. Then 0.76 ratio of female to male earnings, okay, of regular wage salaried employees. So 24% gap between male and female wage. This is the gender gap in regular wage salaried employees. So we can imagine in informal sector, the gap will be much higher. Then 0.48 ratio of female to male labor force participation. So and again, there is a gap, gender gap. 74.1% of married women have their demand for family planning met by any other modern method. So coverage under family planning is 74.1%. 210 among every 1,000 positions in managerial positions are women. So amongst 1,000 positions, only 210 managerial positions are occupied by women. So that is almost 20%. It comes to 20%. So 53.9% of women own a mobile phone they themselves use for age between 15 to 59 years. So only 53.9% of the women today have mobile phones which they use for themselves. So 13.96% operational landholders are female. So only 39.96% of the operational land holdings have female owners. So they are registered owners of those land holdings. Again, which is a very poor number. So thereby the index value is very poor, gender equality. 88.7% of married women participate in 3 household decisions. So here we have to see this. They participate in decisions, but they do not take decisions. So this is just about the participation. Even in that, it is only 88.74%. Coming to sixth goal, so clean water and sanitation to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. So India's value is 89, quite a good value. So which state has achieved 100 score in this? Goa is 100 and Andhra Pradesh 91. So almost few states have scored above 90, many states for that matter. So you can see in this Kerala is 87. We are above Kerala. Karnataka is 90. Andhra Pradesh 91. Uttar Pradesh 92. Maharashtra 93. So still a way for many states to reach this goal of 100. So least is for Rajasthan 74. And it is understandable because we know the water situation in Rajasthan. So it is 74 and we stand at Karnataka 90, where Goa has achieved the only state to achieve 100 in this clean water and sanitation goal. So what are the goal posts were considered? So 75% of rural households receive safety and adequate drinking water through piped water supply. The coverage is 75%. 99.29% of rural households have access to improved source of drinking water. Again, a very good data. 94.7% schools have functional toilet for girls. 100% of our households constructed against target based on the data given by SPM. Then 100% district verified as open defecation free. So almost all the district, 100% of the districts, all of them are verified as open defecation free. So it needs to be checked. 59.26 net available groundwater is withdrawn. So groundwater usage is 59.26. 11.23% blocks or mandals or taluks are over exploited. So groundwater exploitation is happening in 11.23% of the blocks, mandals are taluks. So SDG 7, coming to SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. So ensure access to affordable, reliable and sustainable and also modern energy for all. So goal for India is index value is 96. So almost many states we can observe one of the best sustainable development goal that we have achieved. Target has already been achieved. You can see the index scores are 100. So even Karnataka, it is 100. Many states. West Bengal also, Gujarat 98, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, we can see Bihar. Least is Nagaland 50. So even Union territories and Dadar and Nagar Haveli again 52. So 100% of households have access to electricity, quite an achievement. 96.35% households have clean cooking fuel, about LPG and PNG connections. So usage of wind energy, solar energy, and other renewable energy sources. In this, the country has doing quite good. So 96 for the country also, and many states have already achieved 100, include our state. So decent work and economic growth. So value for India is 68. So Karnataka stands at 86. Himachal Pradesh highest 88. Least value Bihar again 54 is the least among states. So Delhi also is 58 in the decent work and economic growth. So already we saw that how Karnataka has improved in this. The index value has increased by more than 13. I think from 73 we have jumped to 86. That speaks of the economic growth and the kind of job opportunities that have been provided for the people. So many have decent work and the economic growth rate has been good in the state. So what are the goal posts that are considered under goal 8? So we can see 5.88% annual growth rate of India's GDP per capita at constant prices in 22 from 22 23. So India's GDP per capita has increased at constant prices by 5.88%. So from in the year 22-23 when compared to the previous year, the unemployment rate in the country is 3.4%. Labor force participation is 61.6. Banking outlets, 12 banking outlets per 1 lakh population, 95.7% households have one member with bank or post office account. So financial inclusion, 95.7%. 18 ATM machines per 1 lakh population. So more than banking outlets, more number of ATM machines are available. Then 55.63% of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan accounts are held by women. So more than 50%. Somewhere the gap is positive. Coming to goal 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. So India's score is 61, Karnataka almost similar with 62 value. Again, Goa stands highest with 76. So the least value here is, we can see not the states are not doing very well when it comes to this particular goal of industry innovation and infrastructure. Highest itself is 76. India's value is 61, and you can see only two states above 70, Goa and Haryana. Kerala 69, right? And then it comes to 50s. Gujarat itself is 59, where we think a lot of industrial sector is blooming there. But it is just 59, not even 69. Jharkhand is 53. So we can see Tripura 39, Arunachal 8, Nagaland 20, Rajasthan 53. So one of the goals where we have to still do a lot in achieving the target. So 99.7% targeted habitations covered with all-weather roads under Prime Minister Gram Sadak Yojan. 14.34% of gross value added is from the manufacturing sector. Then 11.42% of total workforce employed in the manufacturing sector. So how much of the workforce is the manufacturing sector taking in our country? 11.42%. Excuse me. 54.18% of total gross value added is from the service sector. So service sector value addition is 54.18, and all of us know that it is above 60%. The contributions of service sector to our GDP is more than 60%. 46th is the India's rank among 132 countries in the Global Innovation Index. 27.75% of total workforce employed in the service sector. Excuse me. So here, the kind of workforce that is employed in industrial sector, that is manufacturing and the service sector, 27.75 here. 11.42 in the manufacturing sector. So where are the remaining? The remaining are still in the agriculture and rural development sector, that is primary sector. So 93.3% of households own at least one mobile phone, and 95.08% villages have 3G, 4G mobile internet coverage. So this coverage is very good. So coming to goal 10, reduced inequalities. So how to reduce the inequalities? Reduce inequality within and among the countries also. So within the country also, within states, between districts, and among the countries also, inequalities needs to be reduced. So again, here we can observe Goa is topping with a score of 87. Himachal Pradesh 80, Sikkim 80, Manipur 78, Meghalaya 77, Karnataka 68. So when it comes to inequalities, our score is getting reduced. So Gujarat again 69, Uttarakhand, Tamil Nadu we can 76, Kerala 71, okay, 59 for Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal 58. So least is for Mizoram 43, 52 for Bihar. Okay, otherwise. So coming to goal 10. So how do we calculate inequalities? How do we observe inequalities? So all of us know we use Gini coefficient. So its value is just 0.20 in the country. That shows how much of inequalities we have in the country. So 45.61% seats of Panchayat Raj and institutions are held by women. So we are only showing at grassroots levels, Panchayat Raj institutions. When it comes to parliament and assemblies and all, it is between 10 to 13%. 28.57% representation of SC/ST persons in state legislative assemblies. So when it comes to Panchayat Raj for women, it is at grassroots level institutions, 45%. Representation of SC/ST persons is just 20.57%. 50.4% ratio of female to male workers working at professional and technical, working as professional and technical workers. So see the gender gap. The ratio of female to male workers is just 50%. So the gap is almost 50% when it comes to professional and technical work. The female representation is still very poor. The female who have taken up the opportunities and joined the technical and professional workforce is still very less. Only 50% are women. So, sustainable cities and communities, SDG 11. The score of India is 83, comparatively very good when it comes to sustainable cities and communities. So, you can see the score for Maharashtra tops with 88, Gujarat 84, Uttarakhand 89, Karnataka is 85, Madhya Pradesh 86, right? Uttar Pradesh 81, Tamil Nadu 80, Tripura. So almost most of the states have values around 80. So Assam 59, Arunachal Pradesh 46, Meghalaya 43, Nagaland 38. Chandigarh has score of 100 in this goal. So Lakshadweep 33. Sustainable cities and communities. So making cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. So what are the goalposts? 99.1% urban households live in pakka and semi-pakka houses. 90% of the wards have 100% source segregation. So segregating wet waste and the dry waste, 90% of the wards have succeeded in that. Then 78.46% of the municipal solid waste generated gets processed. So 78% of the waste that is generated in urban areas is gets processed. 95.29% of individual household toilets are constructed. Then 13% were killed in road accidents in urban areas for every 1 lakh population. Then 50.67% of installed sewage treatment capacity as a proportion of sewage generated in urban areas. 97% wards have 100% door-to-door waste collection. So here segregation in 90% wards. So door-to-door collection in 97% wards. Moving to SDG 12. Responsible consumption and production. So India's score is 78 in responsible consumption and production. So we can remember our score got reduced from 2021 to 23-24. So Tripura ranks highest with 99. India's score is 78. Karnataka's is 85. Himachal Pradesh and Tamil Nadu have the values same as India. Least is for Goa here. So very surprising. Goa is topping in many other indicators, but when it is coming to responsible consumption and production, it has got the least value among the states, only 47. So again, Kerala 53, least value. Gujarat 57. Okay. So this is this thing. So the goal posts 166.43 kg of fossil fuel consumed per capita. So this is responsible consumption. How much we are taking the regular fuels and all, which might not be very sustainable. So 166.43 kg of fossil fuel consumed per capita. This is quite a huge number, 166.43 kg per capita, wherein fossil fuel has been consumed. 65.24% of nitrogenous fertilizer used out of total nitrogen, potash, and calcium K fertilizers. So more of nitrogenous fertilizers usage. 54.99% hazardous waste recycled or utilized. So of the total hazardous waste that is generated. So 54.9 out of it is almost 55 is recycled. 3.04 tons of plastic waste per annum generated per 1,000 population. So every 1,000 population, how much of waste that we are generating? 3.04 tons of plastic waste. So if it is per 1,000 population, imagine how much of plastic waste we are generating in the whole country. Then 91.52% of biomedical waste which is generated is treated in the country. So coming to climate action, India's score is 67 to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. So Sikkim ranks highest with 81. Karnataka's score is 71. So least value, West Bengal 34, Bihar is 30, Jharkhand just 26. Least value is for the Jharkhand in climate action. So overall score for India, because there are many states who have least values, they have to work on this goal. 19.2 disaster preparedness score, 15 lives lost due to extreme weather events in 2018-19 per 10 million people. So extreme weather, lives are being lost. 43.28% electricity generation is from renewable energy. Then 94.86% of industries comply with environmental standards. 3,469 disability adjusted life years rate attributable to air pollution. So how much of life years we are losing because of air pollution? 3,469 disability adjusted life years just due to air pollution per lakh population. Imagine about other kinds of pollutions and the damage that they are doing. So life below water, conserve and sustainability in using the ocean, seas and marine resources for sustainable development. So life below water, since it relates to ocean and seas and marine resources, values are calculated only for these states. So West Bengal tops with 100, Andhra 95, Karnataka 77. So Gujarat has the least score of 5 in this life below water. So 4,992 square kilometer area under mangroves, 4,992 square kilometer under mangroves. Mean shore zone coastal water quality 3.5, highest in the West Bengal. Obviously, it has 100 score, 0.18 lowest in Maharashtra. So coastal water quality, mean shore zone 57.39, highest in Maharashtra, 18.76, lowest in Odisha. 31.40% of 0.53 million hectares brackish water area developed for aquaculture across India in marine resources. Then 8.06, which is highest in Kerala, which is average marine acidity. So acidity in the marine, that is seawater or ocean water, highest in Kerala. Lowest itself is just 7.85, which is in West Bengal. So again, we have to work out here also to reduce the acidity. So coming to 15, India's score is 75, life on land. So protect flora and fauna, restore, promote sustainable use of ecosystems, sustainable manage forest, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation. So India's score is 75, Jharkhand score is 95, highest Tripura 95, Karnataka's 70. Again, lagging behind, even behind India's value. So least is for Rajasthan with 54 value. Uttar Pradesh also same value as of Karnataka. Maharashtra ranks below us. Tamil Nadu 72. Telangana 83. So many southern states are doing well. We have to improve. So 1.11% increase in carbon stock in forest cover. So the carbon stock has to reduce, but it is increasing. We have to work there. 16 wildlife crime cases per million hectares of protected area. So crimes in the wildlife, poaching of wild animals and things like that. 24.62% geographical area under forest and tree cover. So it has to increase to 33%, one third as per SDG goal. One third of the area has to be under forest cover. So 27.7% total land area is degraded land, 1.50% area under desertification, increase in area under desertification. So instead of reversing it back, we are increasing the desertified areas. 1.3 million hectares area covered under afforestation schemes to improve the forest cover. So peace, last but one goal, SDG 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. So in this goal, we realize how important are the institutions in promoting these sustainable development goals. So to promote peaceful and sustainable and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institution at all levels. So India's score is 74, Karnataka score 81, Gujarat tops with 87, and Jharkhand has the least value in the states with 50. Okay, so it ranges between 87 to 50. India's score is 74. So here, how much of crimes, how peaceful our society is. So 2 murders per 1 lakh population, 37 cases per 1 lakh children, cognizable crimes against the children. So 4 persons per 1 million population victims of human trafficking, 89.1% registered births of children under 5 years, 2 courts per 1 lakh population. So every 1 lakh population in our country has 2 courts. 95.47% of population is under Aadhaar coverage. 3 cases of corruption crimes reported per 1 million population. These are the reported crimes, but unreported crimes might be many. 19 children missing per 1 lakh child population. So children missing cases. 71.3% charge sheeting rate of IPC crime. So 71.3 of the total cases gets charge sheeted. So these are the different schemes for different goals that are there. You can just glance them. No poverty, Manrega, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, PM Awas Yojana, Gramina Kaushalya Yojana, PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. For goal 2, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, National Food Security Act, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, National Food Security Mission, PM Poshan Abhiyan, Nutrition, Kisan Credit Card, KCC, PM Kisan Sampada Yojana, PM Fasal Bima Yojana, National Mission of Sustainable Agriculture, Mission for Integrated Development of Agriculture, National Mission for Edible Oils, Palm, National Livestock Mission, Soil Health Card, Scheme for Modernization and Reform through Technology in PDS. So goal 3, good health and well-being. So these are at national levels, the schemes at country level. So we can also see there are schemes at state levels also. National Health Mission, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, PM Jan Aushadhi Scheme, Samagra Shiksha Yojana, New India Literacy Program, Midday Meal Scheme, Pre and Post Metric Scholarships, PM Shri, Ekalavya Model Residential School, Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan, National Means Cum Merit Scholarship, Padhe Bharat, Skill Strengthening for Industrial Value, PM Uchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. So, Beti Padhao, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalay, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, Pragati Scholarship Scheme, Mudra Yojana, Women Helpline Scheme, JSY, Janani Suraksha Yojana, Shakti Sadan, One Stop Center Scheme, for Clean Water, Swachh Bharat Mission, Jal Mission, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Yojana, National River Conservation Programs. Just glancing them. So for affordable and clean energy, Saubhagya Scheme, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gram Jyoti Yojana, National Solar Mission, Ujjwala Scheme. Okay. So we can just glance for industry innovation. for reduced inequalities, aspirational districts and blocks program, vibrant village program, Pradhan Mantri Vishwakarma scheme, umbrella program for development of minorities, PM development initiative for Northeast region, scheme for development of economically backward classes, Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram. So sustainable cities, smart cities mission, Prime Minister Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, PM E-Bus Seva Scheme, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation of Urban Transformation, Amrit, National Livelihood Mission, Swachh Bharat Mission for Urban Area, Lifestyle for Environment, Goal 12, National Policy of Biofuels, PM Kusum Scheme, Renewable Energy Schemes, National Clean India Fund. So climate action for life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions. So SDG 7, since it is about partnerships, I have just taken some example. UN India Sustainable Development Country Fund, United Nations in India launched the UN India SDG Country Fund, a strategic initiative that mobilizes action through South-South cooperation. Similarly, India-Dutch collaboration on water and waste management, World Sustainable Development Summit 2025, held in New Delhi, calls for partnerships for accelerating sustainable development and climate solutions. UN academic impact and SDG hubs. So India is actively involved with UN in this academic impact initiative, which aligns institutions of higher education with UN to support the realization of 2030 agenda. So example for 20 to 27, the Christ University in India has been appointed as SDG hub chair for SDG 5. So additionally, Shiv Narar Institution of Eminence in India is co-chairing SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, collaborating with University of Manitoba in Canada. So this is in